So good morning, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike Hall, and I look after Eureka Solutions product stack. We also have Laura Fitches, who is one of our account managers. So this morning, I'll introduce you to our Besyncly integration platform. First, I'll play you a short explainer video. I'll then go through a few slides, which will give you some background into Besyncly, what it can be used for, and why you can trust Eureka and Besyncly with your integrations. I'll then demonstrate an integration between the Shopify e-commerce platform and Sage 200. By the way, if you have any questions, please put your questions in the Q&A and we'll go through them at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Besyncly is an efficient cloud-based integration tool that connects commonly used e-commerce, accounting, ERP, and CRM platforms. With a simple, user-friendly design, Besyncly acts as a bridge between platforms, allowing for the sharing of key data where manual intervention would otherwise be necessary. With Besyncly, companies of all sizes can improve data accuracy by removing human error, saving time and resources by automating day-to-day tasks. With plenty of pre-built connectors, Besyncly offers the power of automation to both technical and non-technical users. This means that you can connect your systems without coding knowledge, connect multiple systems at once, and be free from hours of manual input, allowing you to free up valuable resources and concentrate on growing your business. By transforming data from disparate systems into the same language, data including sales orders, customers, stock levels, payments, and fulfillment can be transferred between platforms such as ERP systems and e-commerce websites accurately. You can leverage pre-configured integration templates which can be customized to your needs if required. Besyncly is scalable and secure, built to handle increased transactions as your business grows. Decrease fulfillment time by transferring orders to a schedule that suits your business. Don't be limited by the availability of your team. The Besyncly dashboard provides real-time reporting, giving you clear visibility of integration performance, allowing you to make timely and informed decisions. Automate data transfer across applications with Besyncly and keep growing your business. Reduce errors, save time, and improve customer service. Our expert team is on hand to get you started. Visit besyncly.com to find out more.
So Besyncly isn't Eureka's first integration product. We developed an on-premise integration product called Data Exchange back in 2005, which was great for file-based integrations like importing CSV files into accounting systems like Sage 50 and Sage 200. By around 2014, we were getting more inquiries to integrate online systems together. At the time, more businesses were starting to trade online, and the first proper online accounting systems started to attract more clients. So we decided that we needed to design and build an online integration platform, which is Besyncly. Our three objectives for Besyncly were that it needed to be cloud-based, totally secure, platform independent, and also scalable so it can deal with billions of transactions and the sudden spikes of heavy traffic, such as Copma Black Friday. Most of you are probably aware that no one builds a system from scratch. They build their online systems on top of a platform that already provides pre-built tools, infrastructure, security, and scalability. We choose the Google Cloud platform to build Besyncly on, as they fulfilled all of our objectives, and the platform is trusted by the likes of PayPal and other major brands. So if it's good enough for them, it's certainly good enough for us. Since launching Besyncly, we have built over 40 system connectors and have built over 500 custom-built integrations. Using the platform, we can build integrations with other e-commerce platforms such as Magento, WooCommerce, Shopify, and any custom-built e-commerce sites, CRMs such as Salesforce, 3PLs where stock may be managed by a third-party warehouse, so we can export your sales orders and purchase orders and receipt the goods and dispatch the goods in Sage from your 3PL. Integrations between ERP systems, so where you may have a parent company or a subsidiary that is using another ERP system for a company you may have taken over, and we can integrate between the two systems. Automating file-based imports, so your traditional CSV and your XML files. Automating matching routines, such as importing payments and allocating them to invoices. We can also link to industry-specific systems. So in the past, we linked to everything from insurance systems, supply chain systems, booking systems, charity systems, project systems, you name it. We can virtually integrate anything as long as it's got an API or exports files. We have millions of transactions going through the platform each month, and billions of pounds worth of transactions passes through our platform each year. Our integrations save businesses a lot of time and money. We looked at the clients we do integrations for, and in order entry time alone, last year, we saved those businesses around 50 man-years and saved an average £12,000 per client. So let's take a look at Besyncly. Might be best if I first explain our implementation process. Eureka will take care of building and implementing your integrations for you. First, we will have a scoping meeting where we'll go through your integration requirements. We'll then coordinate with your IT and any third parties to pull together a plan. We will then use our platform to link and build the mappings between your systems. We'll then carry out integration testing, and when we're happy with it, we'll then pass it over to you to complete your user acceptance testing. And when you're happy, we'll put it live. I'll now show you how I've integrated the e-commerce platform Shopify with Sage 200. So first of all, here's the back end of my Shopify website. Okay, so we take a look at this order here. You can see that on this website, I sell kitchen white goods. And here you can see this guy called Sherlock Holmes has bought an oven for £299.99. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to import that into the Sage 200. Okay, so here's the Besyncly platform. So the first thing we need to do when doing integration is to set up the connectors. Here you can see on the connector screen, on the right-hand side, you can see some of our pre-built connectors that are there out of the box. If I click on the Shopify connector, you can see here I've got the details of the store. And if I was setting this up now, what would happen is when I select Shopify, it would ask me then to connect to my Shopify store, and it would then automatically connect Besyncly to Shopify. And there's a similar process for Sage 200. Once the connectors are set up, well, what I then did was I then set up the integrations. Here you can see I've got some sample integrations here. So here you can see my integration, which is integrating Shopify with Sage 200. You can see there I've got some linking to other ERP systems. So here you can see I can download products from Shopify into whatever system. I can upload pricing. I can upload inventory levels. I can also, so any information that I get in and out of Shopify and Sage 200, essentially we can integrate that. If we take a look at the have a look at the integration itself, on the left-hand side, you can see that I've got all of my Shopify fields mapped. So these are all of my order fields. And then what I do on my right-hand side is I have all of my Sage 200 order fields. So here you can see I map one field to another. And what I can also do is in the integration, I can also have some what we'll call standard mappings. So for example, in Sage 200, if I've got multi-warehouses and I want it to come into a particular warehouse, I can specify where that warehouse here. And in this integration, I want all of my orders to come into a default Shopify account. But equally, I could map this to I could download orders and I could match it on customers on email addresses, or I could match it on account names, you name it, we should be able to match on that. Okay. In the platform, what we can also do for more advanced integrations, we have a configuration screen. And this is where our development team can add more complex integrations for filtering certain types of orders. So if you just want orders to come down that are paid, orders that are fulfilled, or if you need to do something more complex with VAT or currency, where you're buying and selling to different countries. Once we set up the mappings, the next thing we need to do is to set up the schedule. So what you can do is you can either set up an integration to be incremental. So I can have it running that I want it to come in, say, orders every 5 minutes. So for orders, you want them to come in as regular as possible, so you can get them fulfilled. With things like stock levels, you might want to upgrade. You might want to upload those, say, once a day, twice a day, depending on how much stock you have of the items you sell on the website, for example. And so you can pick and choose how often you want those to come in. You can also have what we call scheduled integrations, where you can pick a particular day of the week, and you can say, I want it to run, say, on Monday, and I want it to run at 10:30, and I also want it to run on Tuesday at that time. And you can set up schedules where you may want them to run at certain times. This is particularly useful for, like I say, for stock levels, or where you need orders or dispatches to happen at certain times of the day, so you can get the most up-to-date information sent whenever those tasks are completed. Okay. So if I just come out the integration there, what I'll do is I'll then run that, and then that will set the integration away. And then what we'll do is see in a moment is how that's imported into Sage 200. Just before we go and have a look in Sage 200 and see the order as it's imported, what I'll do is I'll show you the account settings. Okay, so in the account settings, you can give access to other members of your team, and you can also set up two-factor authentication. Besyncly is sold as a monthly subscription. You can set the plan that best suits you based on the number of transactions that you're likely to process per month. We have plans available for all sizes of business. We have clients processing hundreds per month, some processing several 100,000 per month. Here you can see the number of transactions, and here you can see the amount that's been used. The test accounts I've only used 17 this month. So if I now go and have a look at the logs, you can see that in here you can see all of the integrations as they're running. So here you can see that we've just imported. This is the order that we've just taken from Shopify and pulled into Sage 200. If I click on the little magnifying glass, you can see that's the data of the order that's come across. If an order fails for some reason, so for example, say if you've got say if you set a stock item up on Shopify and a shop item doesn't exist in Sage 200, then what happens is you'd get a success, and would say it was false. And then what I would be able to do is to click on the order, go into here and say if that SKU was wrong, I could go and change the SKU and then resend the data across. You would then, of course, fix the problem in Sage 200 first before you did that. But this allows you to resend things via the platform if there's an error. And if there are errors, the system will email you and let you know, so you can then log into the platform and resolve the issue. So we go and have a look in Sage 200, and I just go and refresh. So this is my sales order list filtered by all my Shopify orders. If I click on refresh, you'll see there's our order just came in. So if I have a look at the order, this is running Sage 200 on my laptop, so it is really slow for those of you that have Sage 200. It's only on a server. So here you can see it's brought the oven in, the correct price. If I drill down, here you can see the details. Now, please note that if there's this is a very simple integration. This could be a lot more complex. So, for example, if you've got discounts, then I'll bring discounts from. So, if you've got like an e-commerce site that has that you put coupon codes on, if you have delivery charges, all those things, we'll be able to pull those down. We can also handle where you're selling stock that is sold with different, where you've got zero rated stock, exempt stock. If you're selling to other countries, we can even deal with one-stop shop where you need to charge VAT at different rates for different countries. So essentially, we anything you want to do with it, particularly with an e-commerce integration, we should be able to do, because over the years we've done that many. And if there's a scenario, we've probably already covered it. Okay. And then if I just go and have a look here, you can see that it's brought in the dispatch details for Sherlock Holmes there at Baker Street. Okay. We can also map analysis codes and any information. We can also support custom fields and custom tables when we bring those in. So if you do have a customized Sage 200, we can also populate those fields as well. Okay. So the short demo I've shown there, that covers off an e-commerce integration. But like I say, where, as I said in the slides, we can integrate anything as long as it's got an API. Like I say, some of our most common integrations are linking with warehouses, linking with EDI systems. So it necessarily doesn't need to be a I just shut down the screen. It necessarily doesn't need to be an e-commerce integration. Just to give you a guide and sort of what we can import and export from Sage 200. If I click go into the field guide, these are all of the different transaction types and records that we can link with Sage 200. Here you can see all the records we can export. Here you can see all the records that we can import. So even if it is exporting information to another system like a CRM, if you want customer information to go up, transactions, credit limits, that sort of thing, we can send all of that up. Okay. And as you can see, just looking at customer information, that's coming out of Sage 200. That's quite comprehensive. So any field that's in Sage 200, it goes. And like I say, if there's custom tables, those can go up. Okay. So that's the end of the presentation. Hope that you found the presentations useful and it stirred some thought into where you could use Besyncly in your business. Nathan, do we have any questions?
No, there's no questions. No, Mike.
Okay. Right. Well, if you do have any, I'll stay online for the next 5 minutes or so. And if you do have any questions, please post them. Please post them in the Q&A. Or feel free to contact me directly or contact your Eureka account manager. So again, thanks for joining. We appreciate your time and have a good day. Thank you, everyone.